What's going on, YouTube? Back at it as usual here for week 11 of the 2015 NFL season. G-Rax and the Allfather, as you know.
Can't believe it's past the midway point already.
Way past. This really blows. Every year it feels like it just begins, and around this time is when you're like, what the hell, it's almost over.
Time flies when I'm kicking your ass.
Not much ass kicking was done this past week.
The week of the upset.
The insanity upsets, and I'm sure we're not the only ones sitting here like assholes who picked a really poor week. You know, it's hard to admit. 5-9 tie both ways. 5-9.
Yeah, but there was a lot of the favorites just didn't show up.
That's
like, terrible week.
Everyone knows what a week this was. Just absolutely insane upsets that no one could have seen coming, and it puts us both in a hole now. But we've done pretty well this season, so a couple setbacks won't kill us. I think we're still on path to at least break 500 for the season.
God, I hope so.
I sure would.
All I know is Dallas is 0 for Greg Hardy in the game. Ever since he joined the team, they haven't won a game.
Even Tampa's too much.
I don't want to blame it on not having Romo or Dez. I want to blame it all on having that punk Hardy on the team.
That's right. That's right.
Jerry had any sack at all. He'd bench him at least.
God hates him now.
Everybody hates him.
Well, I guess we'll kick it off with the game that's about to be kicked off any minute now. The game of the year, Titans at Jags.
It's week 11, and there's 5 wins between the two teams.
As per usual. And I was thinking about it, and these poor teams fans have had enough abuse, but can you think of a worse matchup? Like, who the hell wants to see this one? It's football, of course, in the NFL, so we're all gonna watch, but is there any intrigue to this one?
If you didn't live in Tennessee or Jacksonville, I don't see the draw to this one at all. But it is the NFL, and of course we're gonna watch.
That's right.
I mean, the Bruins suck. Celtics, nothing much there yet.
God, the bees break my heart. Rebuild time. I hate it.
Yeah. Oh well. All right. So we got the Titans of Tennessee with Mariota is back at Jacksonville.
The Mariota thing is a little scary. But the Jags, they're coming off beating the hapless Ravens anyways, which even
they shouldn't have.
They technically had...
Another bad call by the refs. It's been a horrible year for the referees. Horrible.
You hear it all the time. People saying, oh, the refs won this one for them.
Well, they did
but
this time.
It's very rare that it's actually true, and Jacksonville lost that game, but the refs gave them the win. That's simple as that.
At least they admitted their mistake, but when you admit a mistake like that cost the team the game, because that penalty would have been a runoff and the game was over, Ravens win. But just to come out and say, oh, sorry, we missed it. I mean, do you think the Baltimore fans want to hear that?
Yeah, no, I feel better.
It's like, all right, wait a second. You made a mistake. Give us the win.
They'll never do that because it opens Pandora's box, and that would a whole shitstorm would follow. But if there was ever a situation where that wouldn't be totally outrageous, it's this one.
You're right, though, it'll never happen.
Clear as day. If they got the call, the clock runs off and the game's over. So it's not like it's in question, like, oh, maybe it would have gone to OT.
Yeah, but how does that make the referees?
Maybe they would have scored.
How does that make your referees look?
Awful, fucking pitiful.
It's like, yeah, okay, we made a mistake, move on. If they actually say, okay, we as the league, forget what our referees did, they were incompetent. It's like, you can't do that. You can't throw the whole referee industry under the bus. So life goes on. The Ravens weren't going anywhere anyway. I mean, if they were in a tough divisional battle at the time, maybe. But so who do you like in this mess? Titans or Jags?
It is in Jacksonville. I think they might. With Mariota back, maybe Titans have the edge, but I still think Jacksonville might be a slightly better, well-rounded team. I'm going to give it to Jacksonville.
All right, I like the fact that Mariota's back. I think he's good. I think he's pro-ready. I'm going to go with Tennessee.
Jeez, look at that. One for Titans, one for Jags. Moving on to
Oakland at Detroit.
Oakland, Detroit, huh? Lions coming off the upset of a lifetime. Now they're home against the Raiders, who are a decent team this year. This one's tough now, or it wouldn't have been, but as much as the Pack's struggling, it's certainly no small feat to beat them at home in Lambeau. So this really upped the Lions in my mind. And
but you're still going to go with Oakland.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Oakland, I think.
All right. I like what Detroit did last week. I think they're coming home. They're confident. I think they can take Oakland at home. I'm taking Detroit.
Gee whiz. Next up, we got Colts at Falcons. First game coming off the bye with a re-injured Andy Luck.
Well, that's sad.
That's just tragic. Breaks my heart. But it's in Atlanta. No Andy Luck. Struggling Colts.
No-brainer.
Give me the Falcons.
Give me the Falcons, too. No Andy Luck. That team's not doing anything.
2 for the Falcons. Moving on.
As a matter of fact, Andrew Luck throwing to T.Y. Hilton was all that team had.
That's right.
Without him, they're done.
That was the key in the AFC Championship.
That's it. It's all
Bill
they have.
said.
Until they can get some sort of a defense that could stop a Pop Warner team, they're not doing anything.
Well, moving on to Rams.
Rams at the
Ravens.
dejected Ravens.
These poor Ravens just can't catch a break this season. Now they're defending the home against the Rams, who, despite last week's performance where they got croaked, they're still a decent team. I'm going to assume they just had a bad game, and they're going to rebound. I'm taking the Rams.
I'm taking the Ravens at home.
You are such a Raven fan. Every week
I
it's
find
the
it hard to
Ravens.
believe that they've been in every single game. They haven't got blown out once.
Very small losses.
They're at home. They're pissed. Let's see if they can get it done. I'll take Baltimore at home.
Moving on to Buccaneers at Eagles. This one's another tough pick.
Yeah, I think we agree on this one, though.
I gotta lean towards the Eagles here. Bucks they've been up and down. They're capable of some good stuff. They beat the Cowboys, which is awesome, but barely. And
So did the Eagles.
yeah, but I still think the Eagles have the edge on the Bucks. Slightly better team all around again. Give me the Eagles.
I like the Eagles at home in this one. Easy, I think.
Easy.
Well, maybe not easy, but they'll win.
So that's 2 for the Eagles. Moving on.
Broncos at the up-and-coming Chicago Bears.
The Bears. Gee whiz again. You know, this should be easy. This is a no-brainer, you'd think, but Peyton has finally been benched.
Bit the dust
They're
right in front of everybody.
They're calling it an injury, but that's out of respect. I think we all know what's going on.
They're trying to save face with him.
Honestly, and I hate this. I hate when legends retire. It depresses me, even if I hated the legend, which I never hated Peyton.
Peyton's not the kind of guy you can hate. I mean, you got to respect him, but, you know, he was slipping last year.
He
was. He probably should have called it a career and went out on a good note, because I don't think he's coming back this year, to be honest.
At all? You don't think he's coming off the bench?
I don't think so.
You know, this is...
I don't think he can.
I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on Coobs to get Peyton in after this week, because we all know what it is. It's the more than likely.
His injury won't allow him to be out just a week. They're saying, 4, 5-6 weeks.
They can't do that to the people. It would be the final Brady Manning Bowl.
He's not going to play in that game.
They're not going to give it to us. I will be pissed.
He can't do it.
He can. Come on, he's not injured.
The fuck do you know what's wrong with him?
Give me a break. He's not injured.
Okay.
He sucks. He's old. It's sad. So Cougs finally benched him. He would have been benched weeks ago if his name wasn't Peyton.
All right.
Who
are you liking this game?
So you think he's injured?
Well, let me put it this way. Injured or not, they're not playing him against the Patriots because it'll just make him look a lot worse. He's not playing, I'm telling you.
Well, that sucks. All the fans suffer if that's the case.
Yeah, I know, but that's the way it's going to be. He's not playing in that game.
With or without him, they're beating the Bears. Give me the Broncos.
You're insane. In Chicago, no Peyton Manning, I'll take Denver.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. Give me the Bears against Denver in Chicago.
Jay Cutler taking on his old team.
He's been playing well. He's been playing well, though, and the Broncos haven't. Even that vaunted Broncos defense hasn't looked as good as it did.
Oh, they're a bunch of punk little babies, it turns out. They were rolling, kicking ass. Then they faced 2 games of adversity, and they all turn into cheap shot artists. Little angry little bitches.
That's what happens. These guys that, they get on a roll, they think they're unbeatable, then they get brought back to earth and they don't know how to handle it. But, oh well. Jets at Texans.
Jets at Texans. This is another one that should have been a gimme until last week. Texans, we all saw they defeated the Bengals, took down their undefeated streak. And the real story here, the Texans game, was certainly not the offense. It's that D that we've been talking about all year, looking
finally
great on paper.
They had a lot of drops, though. Cincy had a lot of drops. Still, they played well.
That's what I was going to say, is that as good as the Texans D looked, it was a primetime Andy Dalton classic fail job.
Classic choke.
It was back to the old product, We've been waiting on it. It took 9 weeks, but it finally arrived.
I knew it was going to, too.
Now it'll be real interesting to see what they do next.
If they lose again, it's over.
I'd say
so. And I think they're going to lose again this week.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well,
so who do you like at the Jets or Texans?
Jets, Texans. It was an aberration that Texans win. Give me the Jets.
I'm going to take the Texans. I think they're on a roll. They're confident.
Uh-oh, here we go. So that's one for Jets, one for Texans. Who we moving to?
We're moving to the Redskins, taking a trip south to Carolina.
Oh, God. You can whine about how easy the Pats' schedule's been all year, but take a look at Carolina's.
Well, we played Washington, too.
I know, but every week it's a fucking gimme for the Panthers. The Pack was their one, they might lose. And that's not changing now. Panthers are going to roll to 10-0.
Yep, I like the Panthers easy in this one.
Moving on to Cowboys at Dolphins.
America's team in Miami.
This one. Oh, well, actually, Romo's back, so it's really not that big a question for me.
How much, he hasn't played in a while. There'll be some rust, but he's a professional, been in the league a long time. I have confidence in him.
I assume he'll shake it off, and he'll give them what they need to beat this fluctuating Dolphins team.
Well, the Dolphins do have a good defensive line if they can get pressure on Tony.
I'll still take the Cowboys.
Me too. I think they'll have enough to go in there and win, especially with Tony and Dez back together. Believe me, I'd like to see him lose because I don't want to see him win a game as long as Hardy's playing.
The good news is their playoff hopes are all but dashed. They'd have to win out now and even
they'd have to get a lot of help from Philly and New York.
But
Chiefs at Chargers are the next one.
Chiefs at Chargers, huh? This is another tough pick.
Another interesting game.
Couple strugglers.
Yeah, but they both can surprise you now and then.
I usually don't. I like Phil Rivers. He gets it done himself. He's always massive yardage.
Antonio Gates has not been what we expected him
No,
to be. He's just
age
too old.
is finally there.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs in this one. Just gut feeling, I guess. I think they can edge them.
Yeah, I like the Chiefs too. After that win against Denver, I think they're going to have some confidence. Let's see if they can keep it going. I'll take Kansas City. Here's a great game.
This is the one this is exciting. Packers at Vikings. This one with huge implications. Who the hell would have thought that Week 11
that
suddenly...
Minnesota would be vying for the division title.
Minnesota's in first place in the division right now, sitting at 7-2, with the Pack 6-3.
And now they got to go into Minnesota. They've been on a roll. We'll see. Who do you like?
It is so important to the Pack. If they win this, they get back in first place, but only via a tiebreaker. And if the Vikings win, that might put the Packers out of it and into the wild card.
Well, they still got time.
They got time, but
it doesn't.
It's getting late.
Yeah, it's getting there, but they have time.
But I think with the importance of this one and the Pack, they've coughed up three shit games. I think they're finally gonna say, all right, let's get back to ourselves. The Pack take it.
Give me the Vikings on a roll at home. I think the Packers are in big trouble.
We'll see. That's gonna be a huge one.
Vikings just keep on winning. So
quietly.
Yep.
No one really talks about
Minnesota. We're not gonna hear about it much. But that's a good game though. 49ers at Seahawks. This ought to be a walk in the park.
For the past few years, this is one of the most exciting games, best rivalries. Both the teams were all, for the past few years, are always in the playoffs.
Tennessee just took the lead, so I'm winning.
Oh, jeez. By the time this one's released, the game will be over.
3-0, Tennessee. Wait a second, let me see. Oh, you took the Jags. Okay, I'm off to a good start,
Maybe
though.
It's not too late. I can read.
It's early. It's the first quarter, but I'll take that lead.
Anyways, give me the Seahawks.
Give me the Seahawks, too. There's no way the 49ers are going into Seattle and winning this one. No way.
Sir.
And here comes the Bengals' second loss. Cincinnati at the Cardinals. Cardinals, great D, playing real well. I'm going to start this one if you don't mind.
You got it.
I love the Cardinals in this game. I think, the Red Ryder BB gun is in trouble.
Such a
JJ hurt his feelings. Talk about what a baby.
That is so
What
big.
an absolute baby. If he had any smarts at all, after JJ said that and they brought it up to him in the interview, he says, oh yeah, I love that movie. That's pretty witty coming from JJ. Something like that. But to say the integrity of the game, the children, think of the children. Are you freaking kidding me?
It's such
You just made yourself look like the biggest 6-year-old playing football. It was so easy just to laugh it off and say, yeah, it's, that's clever. I love that movie. Who doesn't? Ralphie and the Red Ryder BB gun. But he has to take it as an insult.
It's so
All
lame.
he said was our game plan was to make the Red Rifle look more like the Red Ryder BB gun. And I think we did it. I think we had a great game plan. Our coaches came up with a great scheme, and we won. He didn't say, look, you suck.
You're a shitty ginger.
You're a horrible quarterback. You have no business being here. He didn't even call him by name. He just said, we hope to make the Red Rifle look like this. And he has to go on that. I mean, oh my God.
It was the lamest thing.
Any respect I had from him is now gone. Unbelievable. Andy, shut up.
He can't even try saying it was a ginger racism thing either.
Oh.
He's fine with the Red Rifle,
Yeah.
but the Red Ryder BB gun, that's too much.
I can't believe it. The minute I heard him start saying that, I'm like, oh no, stop. Somebody stop him. God.
Well, so you're taking the Cards against
I hope he
him,
can play in a diaper.
Well, even without that loss to the Texans, I had the Bengals pinned in to drop their first one against the Cards this week.
I love them. Love them this week.
And especially after just dumping in their pants against the Texans. Give me the Cards big time.
Yep, me too. All right. Monday night. Rex and the Bills travel to Foxborough to take on the Pats.
Rex's triumphant return to
And
Foxborough.
I don't care if Rex is 0-12, 0-15. When they come into New England, this is what he circles on his calendar every year. This is the reason he took the job in Buffalo, was to stay in the division with Belichick. He's obsessed with him. It's like a 9-year-old girl and Justin Bieber. I'll follow him wherever he goes. So it'll be a close game. It always is. I wouldn't be shocked if the Bills win. I hope not, but I wouldn't be shocked because he always game plans so well. And now without Edelman, which certainly hurts, it's easier to game plan defensively. But I look to Amendola to have a big game. JoJo LaFell's going to have a big game. Dobson's going to have to step in and make some plays.
Going to have to get
and this other guy, Hopper, hopefully he can come in and help out. It's going to take a multitude of guys to make up for Julian's absence. I think, though, Belichick's had 8 days to get prepared.
Yeah.
I think that's enough. I like Pats at home. They're hard to beat at home. I'll take the Patriots in this one.
Well, without Edelman, that is really going to hurt us. He's everything. Him and Lewis were everything, short of Gronk anyways.
Well, you watch Amendola. He's a player.
That's the hope, He's certainly capable, Amendola.
He makes triple the money Edelman makes.
Yeah, which is insane because he's an awesome player. He's worth it, but we just don't use him.
We didn't use him the way they used him when he played for the Rams. He was like their whole offense.
Yeah, he was the
but
number one.
Then he got hurt. He was injury prone. But given the opportunity, if he can stay healthy, he'll be great. Hopefully. He used to be. He's got great hands. He makes unbelievable catches.
Well, that's the plan because even Short and Edelman, the Pats are still going to roll. We're all about system here in New England. Next man up.
That's it.
As long as it's not Brady going down, we'll always be up in the game.
That's the beauty of Belichick. He doesn't go out and spend ridiculous money on a superstar. He builds a team with the anticipation that there's going to be injuries and having your backup players prepared at any given time to come in. And that's why we're so consistent for the last 15 or so years. I mean, having Brady helps.
Yeah. And I think that'll continue. I'm obviously going with my Pats. You won't catch me picking against them this year. You watch.
We picked against each other a whole bunch of games, so I think we'll have a clear winner next week.
Let's hope it's not a 5-9 winner.
I can't see an upset. Last week was unheard of. It was like everybody that's good lost.
We were
even
this
the Patriots
close.
almost lost. They could have held on to that interception.
That pick was it. Jesus God.
And then Odell, if he could have held on, but that was also a great play by Butler. He never gave up on
with it.
Butler played extremely well against Odell, I think.
He did after the one big one that really McCourty blew. He
over pursued it and ran right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a good job by Butler. He's going to be a player.
And no one seems to recall, they see that drop in the end zone. Oh, what? That's not a touchdown. Oh, bullshit. Do we have the memories of, a month span? I think it was two or 3 years ago, AFC Championship, Ravens, Pats. And it was the game that Cundiff kicked it way to the left. Right before that, a guy named Evans catches the exact Odell pass in the end zone. It gets knocked out, and it's not a catch. No one but Raven fans really bitched about that. But now that the Pats are on another undefeated pursuit, the whole world suddenly, oh, that's a catch, that's a catch.
The same thing happened to Des Bryant. The same thing happened to Megatron.
Yeah.
It originally happened to Megatron. Then it happened to Dez in that game last year that everyone thought was a catch. This is the same basic deal. You have to catch the ball and then make a football move where you become a runner. Now, I don't even know how that works if you're a receiver in the end zone, but, it's like if you're a running back and all you got to do is get the ball to break the plane, and someone can knock it out of your hand. It doesn't matter. It's already gone over the line. It's a touchdown. But this rule is so convoluted. It's like you have to catch it, you have to have both feet, you have to control it to the ground. I don't know. It worked out for us, but I still don't understand the actual rule. And then when the head of officials tries to tell you, might as well be in Japanese, I still can't figure out. He has to become a runner. How do you become a runner if you're laid out catching a ball?
And in the end zone,
yeah,
I don't know. Are you going to be thinking, I got to run around the end zone?
It was a hell of a game that New York probably deserved to win it. They played well. Eli played great. What else is new against the Patriots? But
world beaters when they play us.
Who knows? Maybe we'll meet them in the Super Bowl, God forbid.
But the only reason they were even in it like that is because Edelman goes out, and with him goes the game plan. And in that situation, this is Tom's kryptonite. When his game plan is ruined and they don't have a half yet to fix it, he falls to pieces. How many? He's 2 fumbles.
His
2
checkdowns
picks.
are all mixed up too, though.
Exactly. It ruins
he's a system
everything.
quarterback, so when his system gets fucked up,
that's exactly it.
Yeah.
And I think had Edelman stayed healthy, it would have been a more comfortable win, anyways.
Well, Tom wouldn't have looked so bad at times.
Yeah, but a lot of people will see that Edelman going down, and then Tom falls to pieces as, oh shit, the season's gonna be rough now.
Give them time to game plan, they'll be fine.
That's right. Now that they know Edelman's not there and they game plan it, Tom's gonna be Tom again. Nobody panic. We're gonna roll.
I'm not panicking.
It does put the undefeated season in jeopardy. There are some games
as long as you make it into the playoffs.
I don't like to act like I care, but how cool is perfection sound, you know?
The last time we went down this road, I'd rather lose one in the regular season and win the Super Bowl.
Obviously.
But I've had about enough of talking to you.
Alright, whatever. I'll see you later, YouTube. Root for my victory as always.
Root for shit. Tennessee's going to win this game. They're marching.
No, sir.
Tennessee.
I'll see you guys later. Don't listen to him.
Adios.